so you can please tell us your name, the university you study, and what you're doing here, please.
Alright, my name is Adrian Williams. I'm a senior at the George Washington University. It's located just a couple blocks from the White House in Washington, D.C. And I'm here today because George Washington has an Office of Community Service, and the State Department and the Meridian Center got a couple of student leaders from the Office of Community Service to come kind of help the volunteers, the international volunteers, kind of get acclimated to doing service and participate as well, because we do service and it's a big part of the George Washington University. The Office of Community Service has a number of different programs to do service. You can do environmental work like we're doing today. Today we're focusing on cleaning up the park and doing trash removal and greening and gardening work, which really helps to beautify the area and keep the community involved in the park and as a safe gathering place and a place that kids can play. But we also have programs in schools that works a lot with kids and doing tutoring and literacy, because in DC especially, the public schools aren't performing at national levels. A lot of them are scoring on tests below the national averages. So what we do, tutors go in and we work with preschool all the way through high school and into college prep programs, and we do tutoring with them on their homework, math, reading, anything basically that they need help with, and kind of mentor them and tell them how important it is to stay in school and stuff like that. So the Office of Community Service at GW is a big part of organizing that and kind of raising service spirit on campus. They work with different academic programs as well. So we have service learning classes, and so it's a part of your grade where you learn different things in your class, like sociology or even Spanish, and you go and you work in community partners where you can apply what you're learning and also do service in the area. So you're gaining not only work experience, but you're really giving back to the community where you come to school.
And as a university student, what are the feelings when you finish one day of community service? And I would appreciate if you gave Brazilian university students an advice to engage in volunteerism.
Definitely. I work with kindergartners, so a bunch of 5-year-old kids, and I'm there 3 days a week, and it really feels good at the end of the day when you go home and you can feel like you really made a difference in somebody's life. And it's not only working with people. I mean, here today, you can definitely look at the park and realize that you left it better than it was when you first got here. And I think that's the main part of advice that I can give to students in Brazil and all over the world is really you want to leave your community a better place than it was when you got there. There's so many things that you can do, and it doesn't have to take a long time. You can just volunteer a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and if you have more time, it's great to give. But every little bit helps, and it pays off in the future, because the younger students that you work with see you volunteering and see the job that you're doing, and they think that it's important not only to stay in school, but then they want to give back when they get older. So it starts a cycle of service that really continues into long-term results and long-term investment in the community, which is good for all sorts of development and growth and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Então, se você é estudante universitário no Brasil e deseja realizar esse tipo de trabalho, entre em contato com o Rio Voluntário, acesse o nosso site e saiba como você pode fazer a diferença no seu país. Say hi to Brazil, and where you are from?
Brazil, Africa, from Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast if you want.
Ok. So, brasileiros, vamos iniciar o trabalho voluntário, vamos fazer a diferença, vamos fazer a nossa cidade um lugar melhor para viver. Procure o Rio Voluntário e saiba como se tornar um voluntário.